you are ready to level up. You're ready to move on to the next part of your life, and you're probably just trying to figure out how to get there. Growing up and becoming an adult, that does not mean that everything needs to be so serious and that everything needs to be stressful. You can have fun. If anyone knows anything about getting tested by the universe, it is me. It's just time to move in a different direction. It's time to pivot. It's time to try something new. Okay, let's just be real. You know when something is no longer working. The third sign that you are ready to level up in your life is that what's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I am your host, Marissa Tong. Thank you so much for tuning into another episode. Happy Wednesday if you guys are listening to this on a Wednesday. It came out bright and early this morning, trying to be consistent. New season, new energy, okay? It's Taurus season. It's about to be May. I'm out here, y'all. I'm out here. I'm really doing what I got to do to step it up. So you guys are going to see some fresh new content. And today we're going to be talking about signs that you are ready for a glow up. Tis the season of glowing up and doing all the things that you want to do. Now, when we think of a glow up, most of the time we think of physical, right? We think of the physical glow up, like looking better, just physically, working out, going to the gym, maybe taking more time to put effort into your looks, fashion sense, makeup. Taurus season is all about beauty. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and I love throwing in these little astrology lessons for you guys. I don't know if you guys like it, but I do. Okay. So Taurus season is all about Venus and beauty. So I'm really excited to just tap more into that energy this month. So let's dive right in, y'all. Okay. So before we dive into this conversation today, I just wanted to remind you guys, if you don't already know, that I added a brand new retreat to our list of retreats for 2025. So this is going to be a local retreat if you are on the East Coast. If you're not on the East Coast, you're still welcome to come. You can fly in. I would love to have people from different areas as well. But this is a small weekender, a mini weekender retreat. It's for summer solstice. So we're going to be celebrating the official beginning, the kickoff of summer. So it's going to be from June 20th to the 22nd. Now, the reason that I wanted to mention this is because it's really special. I'm going to be holding my very first live podcast discussion. This is going to be really exciting. I haven't announced who the guest is just yet, but it'll be an open discussion. We're going to be asking the audience, aka our guests, questions and just really getting them involved in a live discussion. So I'm really, really excited for that. The setup of the house is just so beautiful. I already know where I want to film it, how I want to film it. There's orange chairs which go along with the theme and the brand of Let's Just Be Real. So I'm really excited for that. If you guys are interested in attending, we have 2 spots left for the entire weekend. So we do have a shared room available. So if you and your girl want to pull up, if you and your sister want to pull up, if you and your mom want to pull up, I think that would be a really nice opportunity for you guys to bond, to spend some time together. And we also have day passes available. So if you are interested in coming just for the day, Saturday the 21st, and spending the entire day with us, you still get all of the amenities. You still get everything that is on the itinerary for Saturday. We actually put the entire itinerary out, which I don't always do, but because it is a smaller weekend retreat, I think it just makes more sense to put the itinerary out so people know exactly what's happening for the entire weekend. So yeah, y'all, I'm really excited for that. So if you're interested in just coming for the day, you guys can sign up for the day pass. We have a promo going on right now. It actually ends today if you're listening to this on Wednesday, April 30th. So you can use promo code Spring Glow Up, and that'll get you $150 off your registration for any of the retreats coming up in 2025. But you can also use that for that day pass. So if you are interested, I would book that as soon as possible. We are going to be closing registration by the end of May. So if you have any questions, feel free to shoot me a DM. And yeah, let's get into today's conversation. So, the first sign that you are ready to glow up and ditch your old life is that you are constantly daydreaming and visualizing a completely different life for yourself. And this is actually really, really important. This is key when we are manifesting a different life, when we are creating something different for ourselves. We do need to be visualizing, right? I posted on Threads like a couple of days ago, how are you going to create your life if you can't even visualize it? Like you need to be able to see it. So, taking some time to actually sit down, close your eyes, get clear, take a couple minutes to really see what is the life that I'm trying to build? Where do I want to live? What does my dream job look like? What does my dream partner look like? What does my dream family look like? Whatever that is for you. But if you constantly find yourself daydreaming and not really in touch with reality, and you're always thinking about the next thing and how you're going to get there, and, just visualizing yourself being in a different space, a different time, it is most likely because you are ready to level up. You're ready to move on to the next part of your life, and you're probably just trying to figure out how to get there. So, the most important thing that you could do is to visualize, is to journal, is to get clear on what type of life you want and to get into the feeling of having that life, right? A lot of manifestation coaches, they talk about the feeling, right? Physically feeling, like getting into that emotional feeling, right? I think that's important too when you are going into those visualization meditations, whether it's a meditation or you're just sitting and you're just taking a couple of seconds to visualize your future. I think actually feeling it, like what does it feel like if I were to lay on my dream couch, if I were to lay in my dream bed, if I were to be in my bedroom, right, that had this beautiful view or whatever it is that you are dreaming about? How does that feel to be in that situation? So you just want to practice that a little bit more, and you will start to realize that those things are slowly starting to come about, right? And then before you know it, it's going to happen for you. Before I took the leap to move to San Diego, I was talking to my therapist about it, and I was telling her, like, I just felt really stuck in New Jersey, and I wasn't sure how to like take those action steps to actually make the move happen. And she was asking me, she was like, are you actually visualizing, being in San Diego? Like, what does that feel like for you? And also, like, what steps are you taking to move to San Diego? Like, are you looking for apartments? Are you looking for jobs if that's something that you're doing? Are you researching areas? Are you looking up things that you want to do, places that you want to visit? And once she said that, I was like, you know what, you're right. And it's crazy because the moment that I started looking for apartments and I started researching, areas to live and things to do and things like that, neighborhoods, I literally got this apartment like that. I'm telling y'all it works. So you just have to be able to visualize it, see it for yourself, and then take the action steps behind it. The second sign that you are ready to level up is that you are feeling unfulfilled. You're feeling unfulfilled in your job, you're feeling unfulfilled in your career, your relationship, wherever you live, you're just feeling like nothing is really exciting anymore. Maybe you're bored. Maybe you are doing the same thing every single day. You have the same routine. It's becoming mundane. It's becoming just the same, right? Predictable. So that could be a clear sign that you are ready to level up when you're not enjoying your life and there's nothing that you're really looking forward to. Now, we don't want to mistake this for depression because I think that we can easily sometimes feel like, okay, there's nothing going on. Like if you're constantly feeling sad or you're constantly feeling bad about your life or you're constantly feeling like nothing is working, then I would probably say, talk to a mental health professional, maybe get some help, get some insight on that. But if you're just feeling unfulfilled and you're just feeling like there's nothing that's really exciting you, right? There's nothing that's really pushing you to wake up, right? Or there's nothing that you're looking forward to during the day that's like, oh, yes, like I cannot wait to do this. I cannot wait to see this person. I cannot wait to watch this movie or whatever the case, right? Or read this book or whatever. Sometimes it could also just be a sign that we need to add a little bit more excitement and fun into our life, which could equal a level up. It doesn't have to be this huge drastic change in our life, but maybe we just need to evaluate what we're doing. Are we adding joy into our lives. I talk about that a lot on this podcast. Like, it's very important for us as adults to find joy, to have playtime, right? Like, we cannot forget about playtime. We used to play all the time as children. So, growing up and becoming an adult, that does not mean that everything needs to be so serious and that everything needs to be stressful, right? You can have fun. You can create moments of joy in your life. Like, that's okay. The third sign that you are ready to level up in your life is that you are feeling completely disconnected from your friends, from your relationships. Maybe your relationships, your friendships just don't feel aligned. You have nothing in common with the people that you hang out with, or you have no interest in hanging out with these people. You're turning down plans, right? Maybe you just are avoiding people. This is a clear sign that you are ready to level up your relationships, okay? You probably need to find new friends. You probably need to get out of your comfort zone, network. I don't know. There's like Bumble for friends, there's Bumble for dates. I don't know. It could be a relationship, it could be romantic relationship, or it could be platonic, just friendship. But if you are feeling like you can no longer relate to these people, and this happens to me, I want to say like every 3 to 4 years, maybe. Like, I feel there's always like one friend that I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And I'm not saying like long term close best friends. Like, I feel like my friends that I've had for a while, like, we're still friends. I have had some childhood friends that we kind of have just fallen off naturally because of interest. Exactly what I'm talking about. You just don't have the same interests. You don't have the same desires in life. Your goals might be completely different. There's nothing really to talk about. Maybe you feel like you're in a completely different place than they are, and there's nothing that you have much in common anymore. So, outgrowing friends and outgrowing partners is very normal. So, don't feel bad about that. But you also shouldn't feel like you're stuck, right? We should never feel like we're stuck in a relationship or a friendship. Like, just because you were friends with someone for 10 years or for 5 years or for 2 years, that does not mean that person needs to be your friend forever. We're doing ourselves a disservice when we believe that people need to be in our lives forever, right? That's an unrealistic expectation. We are not staying at jobs forever. Even our pets, unfortunately, are not around forever. So for you to think that this person needs to be in your life and you're ignoring those clear red flags that this isn't feeding my soul anymore, right? Like, I'm trying to talk about this, you're talking about this, I'm bored of this conversation. I don't want to talk about the same thing all the time anymore. We're not agreeing on the same things anymore. And not saying that you have to agree with your friends or the people that you're in a relationship all the time. I think it's healthy to have disagreements, but okay, let's just be real. When something is no longer working. Like, I remember the moment that I knew that I was no longer going to be friends with these two girls anymore. Like, we were super close and we would travel together and just do a lot of things together, party together, whatever. And then there was one point they had come over to my apartment and they were just talking about, like, I think they were just talking about like men just the whole time. And I'm like, is there nothing else that we can talk about? Like, and I didn't say that out loud. I kind of was just observing and I was in my own little bubble. But in my mind, I knew, I was like, I can't hang out with these girls anymore. Like, I have completely outgrown these conversations. We have nothing in common. They don't understand like my depth. And I think that's important for you to realize if you are someone that requires deep connections. Like, I know that about myself. I need deep connections. I need to be able to talk about real shit. I don't want to talk about surface level shit all the time. I don't want to talk about men all the time. I don't want to talk about dumb shit. Like, I want to talk about real life things, hence this podcast. So I knew at that moment, I was like, yeah, this is it. So just listen to your intuition, as I always say. If you have a feeling that something is not working or that person is not for you, it's okay. cut it off, okay? That means you're ready to level up, boo. Okay, another sign that you are ready to level up is that you are sick and tired of your own shit, okay? You are sick and tired of your excuses, of you not getting the things done that you want to do. You're tired of looking at everybody else succeeding in life and getting all the things that they want, and you're not getting any of it. You're not seeing results in your life. You're not seeing changes in your life. You are stuck maybe in the same job, you're doing the same task every single day, you're maybe thinking that you're moving forward, but there's nothing really happening. That is a sign that you need to level up. Something has to change. Recently, this week, we had the new moon in Taurus. So I decided that I was going to create a brand new routine and schedule for myself. Now, my routine has always been kind of intuitive, and I would just wake up at a certain time. I would start working, I would go for a walk with my dog. So like I had a I guess consistent routine, but it wasn't really providing the results that I want. And I noticed that there was just a lot of time in my day where I was working on things that was just taking up way too much time and energy. Like I don't need to be on social media for 1 hour, at a time. Like I can do that for 15 minutes and then I can go to something else. So I created a brand new routine for myself where I'll maybe share with you guys on Substack and maybe like post a screenshot. But I'm waking up at 7. I'm giving myself a full 30-minute time block to meditate. I'm going into reading. Then I go into journaling. I walk my dog for 30 minutes. I come back. I do Pilates or yoga for another 30 minutes. Then I get ready for the day and I start work. But the way that I have structured out my work day is so that I can move with ease and flow where I'm not stuck on a particular task for so long. And I think that's where we end up not really getting things done. Like we end up getting stuck, we end up procrastinating, we end up tending to a task for way too long when it could just be like time blocked, for whether that is 20 minutes or 30 minutes, however long you think you need on that task. Obviously, if it's something like editing, that's going to take a little bit longer. But I realized I was like, I need better structure because my time is just kind of going and I don't know where my time is going. Like, this is ridiculous. So, yeah, that is something that I am focused on going into May, just sticking to that schedule. Obviously, not being so rigid and upset with myself. Yesterday was the first day that I implemented that routine and it went pretty well. Like, I have check marks where I, go throughout the day and I'll check off where I am with my schedule. Today was a little bit more not on schedule, but still on schedule, if that makes sense. So if you guys want, I could definitely share that with you. Just make sure you are subscribed to my Substack. Okay, the fifth sign that you are ready to level up is that you keep getting tested by the universe. Okay. And girl, if anyone knows anything about getting tested by the universe, it is me. Okay. I'm constantly getting tested. Okay. I don't know if God is trying to see if I'm the same girl that I was back in the day or how I'm going to react to things. But let me tell you, I've gotten so much better at my reaction. Okay. Like, I've had so many crazy occurrences and circumstances happen in the past just couple weeks in itself. Like, going back to Mercury retrograde, like laptop broke. This week I had like car issues, still kind of dealing with that, trying to figure out what's going on with my car. And it's always something. It's always something. So if you are constantly being tested by the universe, it is because you are ready to level up. God knows it's time for you to stop doing whatever you're doing or to cut something off or to pay attention to something. Usually it's you paying attention to something and making a decision. So for instance, I was ready to level up my computer. I knew that that computer needed to go a while ago. Okay. I was having issues with that computer last year. I kind of just put it off. And then here we are exactly a year later. I ended up taking my MacBook to Apple and they were like, oh, you were here exactly a year ago. And I'm like, okay, interesting. So I just feel like when you are ready to level up, either things are going to start dropping off, right? Things are going to start disappearing. People are going to start disappearing. Things are going to start no longer working out for you. And it's a clear sign that it's just time to move in a different direction. It's time to pivot. It's time to try something new. It's time to try something different. It's time to do the things that you've been wanting to do, right? It's time to make some upgrades. Oh my God, y'all. So I just bought a brand new pair of professional dance heels from Burju Shoes, and I am completely obsessed. These are not only fashionable, but they're completely, absolutely comfortable. They're so lightweight, they fit my foot like a glove, and my feet are just completely happy. Versus when I first started taking heels classes and teaching heels classes, I was just picking up random heels from department stores, and they were killing my feet. My feet would be swollen, I would have blisters, they would scuff up the floor at the dance studio. So I'm so happy that I came across Burju Shoes. These are without a doubt the best heels in the industry, and a few celebrities including Chloe Bailey, J-Lo, and Megan Thee Stallion have been spotted wearing these during their big performances, so you know they're good. You absolutely need to invest in yourself this year and stop wasting your money on shoes that will only last you a week, girl, okay? If you're looking to level up and get into your heels bag and, just build your confidence, you're gonna need the right shoes. So these shoes will completely level up your dancing and help build your confidence because you're not worried about how your feet feel. Me and my clients have been wearing Burju shoes for a few years, and I'm honestly never gonna switch back. Like, I would never switch back to a department store heel, okay, honey? These shoes are lightweight, stylish, durable, and they come in a variety of different heel heights and styles for every different type of dance. The service is incredible, and if you need to exchange a size, they'll quickly help you do that. I do recommend ordering one full size up since these shoes are meant to hug your foot. So check out the amazing selection at burjushoes.com. Use my discount code RISFITKitty. That's RISSFITKITTY to save some cash on your next purchase. And let's get to dancing. So when this happens and we're constantly being tested, it just means we need to learn to let go. Let go, move on, be open to receiving new blessings because they're always going to come. God is never going to take something away from you that he cannot replace, right? So just be open to that. Okay, the sixth sign that you are ready to level up is you're just ready to change your routine. You're just ready to change your daily habits, right? Going back to me creating that routine for myself. Sometimes you just crave that change for yourself. So if you feel that, if you truly feel that, if you truly feel like nothing is working for you and you just need to do something different, that is a clear sign. So just take that action step, whether that is, okay, I'm not working out, I want to be more consistent at the gym. Schedule it in your calendar. That's the best advice I can give people. Schedule, okay? Literally put it in your calendar. Use your calendar for everything, whether that's drink water, set a reminder to drink water if that's a problem for you. Set a reminder to go on a walk, set a reminder to take a couple deep breaths. Whatever that is for you, use your calendar, okay? It's going to be your best friend. The seventh sign that you are ready to level up is you are feeling jealous, okay? You're feeling jealous, you're feeling envious of other people. You see other people living their best life, their dream life, manifesting all the things. And, social media, obviously, it's a highlight reel. We see all the good things that people are putting out there. And whether or not that's accurate of how people's life actually is, it can sometimes just spark that feeling that we are not enough, that we are not doing enough, that our life is not good enough. I talk about that a lot, and I talked about that on the last podcast episode. So go tune into that one. But that's a clear sign. So again, if you're feeling that, right, being able to tune into your emotions and your feelings is very important when you are leveling up and manifesting. So use that feeling, use that envy, use that jealousy to drive you to take the action steps to get things done. right? That's all you can do. What are you going to do? Sit there and hope and wish that that person loses their house or their car or their man? No. You go and you get your own house and car and man. Like it's really that simple, right? And it might not seem that simple, but it's just a sign that you need to pay attention to your own life and start creating your own life and your own reality. It's possible. You can do it, okay? And the last thing that I want to say is that God is always going to reward the people who are resilient, the people who are pushing through, the people who want a better life, who are doing things to change their life, change their environment, change their mindset, right? If we are working on ourselves, if we are diligent, if we are steadfast, if we are putting in the work consistently, no matter how hard life might seem, you might be getting all the rocks thrown at you. You might be getting all the mud and the rain and the puddles splashed on you, right? But how are you going to handle that? Are you going to sit and cry about it? Are you going to mope about it? Are you going to complain about it? Or are you going to try to clean yourself up? Clean up your mess. Clean up your mess. Okay? This is the season to level up. This is the season to get everything that you want. It's possible for you. I need you to believe that it's possible. I need you to believe in yourself. I need you to believe in your gifts, your talents, your efforts. Okay? Your efforts they're not unseen. They're not going to waste. Everything that you're doing is creating a path for your future. So keep going, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode, y'all. As always, if you loved and enjoyed, make sure you are subscribed on YouTube, on Spotify, and Apple. Rate and review. Leave us a 5-star rating if you loved it. Follow us on Instagram, and I will see you guys in another episode. Take care, y'all. Bye.